So I think education is more important than we give it credit for. I think it should start with the individual, and I think it's been letting us down for the last 30 years.
That education system, to me, smells and looks a bit like a factory. I have a huge amount of respect and admiration for anyone in the education system. They are way braver, often way smarter, and way more resilient than me. But the actual education system itself still teaches pupils that talking to each other is cheating. And they join my workforce and I call it collaboration, right? And so there's a huge amount of constructs in the education system around knowledge acquisition, around knowledge regurgitation, around how you treat people as individuals, and yet we know complex problem solving needs cognitively diverse teams. That education system, to me, smells and looks a bit like a factory.
Our current education system was literally designed and developed and manufactured by factory owners who wanted to produce more factory workers. Like literally, that's not myth or Chinese whisper. Like that's what happened, and we're still stuck with that education system today.
But we're not churning out widgets. All right, we're churning out people who we want to have compassion and empathy and understanding. And so there's these things that throughout my career have been called soft skills. I don't think they're that soft, I think they're pretty hard, that are becoming more and more valuable. And so I think the entire construct of the education system has to change, because when I graduated from university in the year 2000, I thought that was it. I'm like, I've done my education and now I do work and then I retire. That's not true. Like I am learning more today in my role, in my job, because of the pace of change than I ever have done before. So education doesn't stop, it's just taken on a new paradigm, a new evolution. And so lifelong learning and micro learning, this acquiring new skills and applying them, I think is becoming more and more valuable than ever. And for the generation coming through the education system right now, they won't finish education at the age of 20, 21, 22. They will need to be lifelong learners.
The way that people learn is not algorithms. We don't just open our brain and drop stuff in. We actually learn with the body, we learn with the experience, we learn by talking. So, for example, you could study India on YouTube, for a year, watch 1,000 movies. You have a pretty good idea what it looks like. But then when you go to India, 3 seconds in Mumbai would wipe out the whole year of studying, right? And a week in India, you learn something for your entire life, right? You can't do that in a virtual medium, right? Because it's not the same. So virtual education, virtual studying is great, and you can do lots of things there, but learning is between people. Right? So I'm a great believer in the convergence of digital and physical.
Adaptive learning technologies. And so let's say you're learning about a particular time in history, or you're learning algebra, or you're learning business and entrepreneurship. You'll do module 1, for lack of a better term. And how you go in module 1, what it determines you're good at, not good at, how long different things took you, what you tell it you like, what you tell it you don't like. It will, enabled by tech, pick the next module for you. And so there'll be this uncovering of your educative path that's fully adaptive and tailored to you, right? And so it's a tailored process en masse because it's enabled by tech. The other thing that will happen is with AI is, you'll have a learning companion, some form of AI. And it might be on your watch, it might be in your phone, who knows what it will be, but it'll be something. And it will accompany you throughout your life, and it will learn about your values, it will learn about your passions, it will learn about what you're great at, it will understand how you evolve probably before you do. And I don't think learning will be you do this from the time you're 5 until you're 18 or 21. I think learning will become a lifelong thing, because it will be more enjoyable here's the thing, human beings love learning. We love it. We're so naturally curious. The traditional education system just beats that out of us. And so people don't only just fall out of love with learning. Most people actually think that they dislike learning because they associate it with talk and getting wrapped over the knuckles, right? But when it becomes more enjoyable, it's something that people love to learn, people love to grow. And so it'll be adaptive learning enabled by tech and some sort of a learning companion for life that enables one to grow into the best version of themselves.
We need to change our mindset and not be scared of the change, but more embrace it, because it's happening anyways. And we need to look at the educational system as well. Is it obsolete?
You know, we would like to see more human beings living according to their own truth, their own skill sets, and living a life that is meaningful to them. And it just so happens, in order to do that, there needs to be some sort of mental faculties open up and some mindset training and all of that sort of stuff. And they need practical skills and capabilities as well, so that the individual can determine what's meaningful to them and live a life that aligns to that and be successful in doing it.